Hi guys, Innovative Pachyderm here, and it's raining. That's not a good sign. Okay. Um. Anyways, guys, I'm here to announce a new mod that was just released by one of my good friends, Sir Sniffity,
Hello.
and it's in alpha, right?
Alpha, yes, still alpha.
It's still in alpha, so there's new stuff planned to be added and stuff being fixed. But we're here to review what it has so far and what it plans to add.
Yep.
And who better to show it off to me than the actual creator himself? And also, I am somewhat a part of this mod too. So there might be some bias, but anyways.
Slight
Alright.
bias, yeah, that's fair.
Alright, Sniffity, show me what this mod has to offer.
Okay, so basically, to start off, Panphalasa is a mod that's envisioned as a companion mod, right? So it's not going to be what directs your playthrough entirely. It's not going to be what defines your playthrough. It's basically meant to give you a side activity to do as you go through your regular Minecraft world. It adds a prehistoric aquatic dimension to the world, completely submerged underwater with prehistoric aquatic creatures, which we all love. Chronosaurus, Megalodon, Archelon, many different creatures, which we'll be seeing in just a moment here. And yeah, that's basically the idea behind it. It's inspired by Steve Alton's phenomenal book series Meg, which I recommend you guys read if you have the chance. It's really good. It's what the Meg movie is based off of, actually. And the books are way better than the movie. So I really recommend you go into that. And yeah, that's basically the idea behind Penphalasa.
So we're gonna show you the blocks that the mod has so far in the
Mm-hmm.
dimension. There's a new dimension, he said. So this is what you'll see in the dimension.
Yeah, so the dimension has basically three biomes. The Primal Expanse, which is the main big, wide open biome, lots of open space, large creatures around. The Abyssal Overgrowth, which is a large biome filled with vegetation. And the Ancient Caverns, which is, as the name implies, a cavernous biome, sort of a bit claustrophobic, I guess, at times, which contains the cave creatures or creatures which I think would lurk around in the darkness, right?
Yeah.
This is the main. These three soil blocks here we have are the main floor of Panphalasa. We have three variants: coarse soil, loose soil, and soil itself. You can actually craft this by using dirt, placing dirt in a diagonal pattern. I think Animative will show you that on screen. And when you craft one of this, you can use one to craft the other, right? So you can use them for decorating your aquariums if you want, or for decorating the builds you want to make. The same goes for all of the blocks we're seeing here. You can craft all of them if you want. That's because you won't be able to actually acquire them in the dimension. You cannot go mine in the dimensions. We'll see in just a moment.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, these are three types of soil blocks. Back here, we have the three kind of stone blocks. These
Mm.
are basically the floor and roof, respectively, of the dimension for the most part.
Okay.
Uh, Rocks, which we'll have in the ancient caverns, ancient rocks, regular rocks, which will be found within Penphalasa as features, and then the sand for the abyssal overgrowth.
Ooh.
Sand and overgrown sand, which is filled with vegetation.
Now this would be
This
good
will
for
take much more size.
enclosures.
That's true. Yeah, you can actually craft all of these blocks. This one is crafted with sand and kelp, I believe.
Ooh. Okay. And then over
And
here.
this little enclosure thing, we have some of the vegetation you'll find within Penphalasa, the Crefros, which is kind of like a kelp, as you can see. It's bioluminescent, so it actually glows.
If I set it
This is what
tonight,
basically provides the light. Sorry?
if I set it tonight, would it glow?
It might, yes. Will be noticeable though. It does glow.
Ooh, it does.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And you have the primordial stalks, which they can form quite complex structures similar to the chorus plants in the end. You'll see that when are able to grow really high, they'll form really interesting structures around the abyssal overgrowth. The crevices you'll find in the ancient caverns. They are the source of light for the ancient caverns, basically.
Ah, okay. All right, and then there's vehicles that you'll need to get into the dimension, and here
Hmm.
are the crafting recipes.
Yeah, so the idea is, oops, it's raining again. The idea is basically that the dimension is under an extreme depth, right? So at that depth, water pressure will instantly crush you if you do not have a vehicle with you. You will not be able to go just swimming into the dimension on survival, which wouldn't make much sense anyway, because it's completely filled with water. You would just drown, right?
Yeah.
So you need vehicles. You need HPR vehicles, as we call them, high pressure resistant vehicles. There's two of them right now, the Abyss Glider 2 and the Manta Ray Submersible Vehicle, both based off of Steve Alton's book series, as I mentioned. And this is the recipe for them. So you start off by crafting a vehicle seat. These are fairly basic ingredients, leather and sticks. You get some seeds from that. And you make the HPR sphere, which is a high pressure resistant sphere, by using glass and iron ingots, right? It's a logical pattern, yes, sort of a sphere with glass on the corners and iron ingots, like a cross pattern. You then make the controller. You're gonna need some black dye for this, so it's gonna be involve killing some squids, which is annoying, I know, but it's something interesting to do. And if you combine this three pieces, you get the HPR cockpit, which is what you use for both vehicles, right? This is part of both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You then use the HPR chassis, which you get from terracotta, an iron block. This is the expensive part. This is what's mainly going to limit you in terms of building the vehicles, and some yellow dye.
Ah.
We also get some propellers here. We'll need different amounts of this depending on which vehicle we're crafting. More black dye again, killing squids, because, conservation. And the engine, fire charge in the middle, iron ingots around, redstone around too. Some lights you also need for the vehicles. Yes, redstone and iron. And those are basically the components for the vehicles. Once we have those components, we decide which vehicle we want. We can use the Abyss Glider 2 or the Manta Ray Submersible Vehicle. A point to note is that you cannot pick the vehicle up, so once you craft it, you're going to have to decide where you want to place it. These vehicles are somewhat slower on land, so I recommend you place them closer to where you want to actually go into the dimension, which we'll go into in just a second. For the Abyss Glider 2, you're going to need 4 propellers, 1 chassis, 1 engine, 2 lights, and 1 cockpit. And for the Manta Ray Submersible Vehicle, we're going to need 3 chassis, 2 lights, 2 propellers, 1 engine, and 1 cockpit. This is meant to be the faster vehicle, the Manta Ray Submersible Vehicle, as you'll see in just a moment, and the Abyss Glider 2 is meant to be the more sturdy vehicle. Now, each of these vehicles has a special ability to them. The Abyss Glider 2 can transport creatures, so it deploys some claws underneath that I've been told make it look like a bug. But yeah, it deploys some claws underneath, and you're able to capture creatures and transport them elsewhere. Whereas the Manta Ray Submersible Vehicle has a short sort of turbo boost, I guess, to really propel you forward. That will help if you're ever chased by one of the creatures in the dimension.
Sniffity, how do we get there? Show me.
Mm-hmm. So what you have to do is start scouting the oceans in your world, and eventually you run across this structure we see right here. It will be completely submerged underwater. It's an underwater lab. Okay. The idea is that scientists a long time ago created this access point into Panphalassa by drilling a huge hole down towards this dimension. Now, of course, we cannot go through a deep hole down in Mangrove. That would be extremely impractical. So we have a portal inside this structure we see here. If we go into the structure, which we go through down here, you'll have to actually swim up here, and this part inside won't be filled with water. You can actually see the control panel here. Now, before we play around with this, let me just go through here and show you how to actually get in, right?
All right.
So this is basically the garage inside here. It's underwater garage, and this is what connects us to the actual entry point into Panphalassa, right? So when we flick the lever, this place is going to completely fill in with water, entirely fill in with water, and then the doors are going to open. This is what levers do, the levers that we saw before, right?
Yeah.
So the idea is that 2 people will handle this, or you can just do it yourself if you're playing alone. You get inside the vehicle, and your friend fills the room in with water, opens the door, and then you're free to go into Panphalassa by turning on the portal, which is the center button, which we saw up here, right?
Yeah.
So if we press this button here, I'll let you do the honors. The portal lights up.
Ooh. So that's the
And
portal
then
right there.
Yep. If we flick the lever here, it should fill up the room to the side with water. There we go, it's filling up. And then the second lever should actually activate the doors. There we go.
Oh, that's cool.
Something to note, right now there's no issue with the portal, so if you try to place the portal blocks in creative, the game will crash. I'm attempting to fix that right now, but it might take some time. So the basic idea is that you're meant to find the dimension and go in through locating one of these structures. Now, if you want to go in creatively, there's a command you can use. I'm going to give that to Innovative. He can place it in the video description, which will work fine. You don't have to use the portal.
All right.
So yeah, this is the portal. Basically, you have to go in with the vehicle. Inside the dimension, all you're going to do is basically operate the vehicle. The vehicle is what defines how you interact with the dimension, right? You cannot mine stuff because you're inside a vehicle, of course. You cannot actually kill the animals by hand. You have to lure them out to kill them. This environment is where the animals thrive in, and you're not going to be able to thrive under immense amounts of pressure, so you have to use the vehicles here. I would recommend you leave all your stuff in a chest if you have some stuff with you, if you're playing in survival, because you won't be able to use it inside. And if you die, you're actually going to lose it. There's no way you're going to be able to recover it, as far as I'm aware.
All right, guys, you've been warned. All right. So
Okay, after you, sir.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so here we are inside Panflasa. This is the first biome. This is the primal expanse we see, and we're actually seeing a different biome towards the right here. As you can see, this is a wide open biome. It has lots of fossils of creatures that have died here before. This is where you find Megalodon and Litsictus, which are two of the creatures we see inside this dimension. They take a minute or two to spawn. This is because the spawning mechanism is somewhat complicated for an entirely underwater dimension. But they will spawn in just a moment. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
So down over here, can see our first creature that's come to greet us. Our lovely Litsictus, made by a very talented artist known as Innovative Pachyderm.
Hey, I know that.
You may know him.
I know that guy. You should totally subscribe to him.
Yep. Press that subscribe button. Yeah. So this is our Litsictus here, swimming around. They're the most common creature you'll find inside this biome. And you can actually see them. They've already started spawning around us. If you pan around, you can see more of them just swimming around, basically. Yeah. There you go. As you can see, the animations for the Litsictus are all dynamic, right? So if the creature is moving towards the left, the body will rotate accordingly. If it's moving towards the right, the body will rotate accordingly. Yeah. Sometimes when you're in creative, they will go into weird patterns. That won't happen in survival. If you're in survival, they will move way more smoothly than they're moving right now.
Okay.
Actually, let me try to just get crushed here, and they should start moving differently.
Well, I'm still here. Would that affect it?
No, it shouldn't. No. It's just one player that should load it, and they should start.
Yeah, they're just swimming together. So yeah, guys, if you get out of your vehicles, you will die because of the water pressure. So you just saw there, he didn't kill himself. He went into survival.
Yeah, be careful of pressing shift too, because that will dismount you, and you will instantly die. That's happened to quite a few of the bug testers actually when they were testing out the mod. Press shift to try and go down or something, and they instantly squish to death, dead with it. Yeah.
Don't do that.
So we might be able to find a Megalodon here if we go around. They're kind of less common than the Litsictus. Litsictus will be the main creature you'll see in the Primal Expanse. But eventually we will be able to see the Megalodon if we find it. It's kind of sneaky, doesn't like showing himself.
Yes.
But yeah, while we wait for that, we can go over to this biome here. There's more Litsictus going around here.
Oh, there's another creature. It's the coelacanth.
Where? I can't quite find it, but yeah, there's a coelacanth too, which really spawned in the Primal Expanse. Abyssal Lava, sorry.
Yeah. And also, guys, if you see this, it does feature like a hue shift when you find a different biome.
Mm-hmm.
So it turns like a green here.
Yeah, the water font color changes according to the biome. Yep.
Right, that's cool.
That's our friendly coelacanth friend, just swimming around.
Hello, buddy. What else spawns in here?
In this Abyssal Overgrowth biome, we get the Coelacanth, we get the Chronosaurus, which is my personal favorite, as Innovative knows.
Yep.
And we get the fan favorite Mosasaurus,
Ooh.
which should be spawning somewhere around here.
Also, here's a better look at the what are these called? The primordial stock.
The primordial stocks, yeah.
Look how big they can get.
Yeah, they grow really high, and they make all these interesting shapes when they grow. Like here, you can see the same with the chorus fruits, basically, right? They make all this really interesting shapes when they grow because of the random mechanism in which they grow. Okay, so you saw nothing.
Oh wow, that
Okay.
one's fun actually.
There we go. So that's our little friend, the Chronosaurus. Once again, you can see the dynamic animations. It rotates as it moves. According to which direction it's rotating, this body will rotate too. That's your friend, the Chronosaurus. It's actually quite fast. It will be swimming passively around, but if we get a Coelacanth in here, it instantly dashes forward and kills it, right?
Yeah, like look at that. Okay, that's just cool. I love
So
that.
lovely Chronosaurus. And all of these creatures, by the way, they will all work on the overworld. If you get them close to the portal, they will actually try to go through, but they prioritize chasing you and killing you, of course.
Yeah.
But if you go through the portal, they might actually follow you through. Sometimes they will decide to stay here. And also, you can use the Abyss Glider 2 to transport them and just get them to wherever the hell you want to get them.
What would happen if I spawned a dolphin?
It will instantly get crushed.
It would.
Yep.
Let's test that out, guys. Don't bring a dolphin here. Yep.
Yep.
The poor dolphin.
So, the Mosasaurus... Here's the little friend, the Mosasaurus.
Ooh, ooh.
It's trying to chase after the Coelacanth, but it can't quite get it to it, apparently. There we go. We got it. Some of the animations are still in work in progress. They will be changed slightly as the mod develops. As I said, this is still an early alpha. But yeah, you can see our friend, the
Oh,
Mosasaurus there, chasing after that Lysictis, trying to kill it. But the Lysictis can, of course, defend itself, being the start of this. And there we go, I got it. One sec.
there we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Ooh, and this is the biome where you find these kelp. Look at that.
Yeah, this is the one with the Crabtress. This is the ancient caverns. As we have just teleported, creatures will take a moment or two to load in. But we should see them in just a moment. And this is the biome where you'll find the Dunkleosteus and the Archelon.
Ooh,
Archelon, also made by a very, very, very talented artist, I must say. Known as Innovative Pachyderm.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, please.
This is so cool seeing these swimming around. Oh, I see a megalodon.
Ooh.
It's eating the Lady Sikis.
Let me TP over to you.
Hurry before one of them kills the other. There we go.
There we go. That's a Megalodon. Yep.
Oh, by the way, this megalodon was made by Sniffity.
Yep. Megalodon was one of the first creatures for which the animations were implemented. The animations are for its rotation when it swims around. They're really, really nice. I really took some time to work on those. And yeah, you can see it actually looks like a real fish underwater. It doesn't just float passively; it rotates dynamically, right?
Yeah.
There's the ancient caverns. Yeah, you can see the ancient caverns are certainly recognizable by the big pillars of basalt you get. Similar to the basalt deltas, you'll get these large pillars of basalt. They go all the way from the top to the bottom of the dimension.
Oh.
We're not getting lucky with finding the creatures here. Let's just... Ooh, is that it? No, that's like...
Well, let's see.
Don't let will spawn again.
Where'd you go? Oh, is that there? It is. Here's the Dunkleosteus guys, or like I like to call them, the Dunkin' Donuts fish. It also has dynamic swimming, which is pretty cool.
Dunkleosteus is actually one of the few creatures that will instantly go after the Archelon, which we'll see in just a moment here. Most of the creatures will sort of hesitate before targeting Archelon because of how tough it is to get through its shell. Dunkleosteus doesn't care about it really. The bite for this creature's have is immense. Oh, there's a Archelon right there.
I spawned it in.
Yeah, so here's the Archelon. Dunkleosteus, if it sees it, it will instantly go straight for it. It's kind of far away right now, but the moment it sees it, it will instantly go and crush it.
Okay.
There we go.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Look at those jaws.
Digesting the turtle.
Just to note that currently you can't use the vehicles in multiplayer. He is finding a way to fix that. Don't you worry. It is well known. So I will show you a clip of what you'll be doing. Well, when you have these vehicles. All right, guys. So this is what the vehicle. Which one's this one?
That's the Manta Ray submersible vehicle.
Okay. Can you go into F1? Okay.
Are you getting the overlay now?
Yeah.
That's right. I can't actually see it, but yeah, it should be.
All right.
So you're getting the overlay that says your depth and everything, right?
Yeah, I'm at F1. There we go. See?
There you go. Okay, yeah. So the vehicle has an overlay to it. It will show you the vehicle integrity. If that goes to 0, your vehicle instantly dies. That's never a good thing, so be careful with that. You have the entry X and entry Z values there. That will only activate once you go inside the dimension, right? So when you go inside, it will register which X and which Z position you entered in, so you can actually find your way out easier, right?
Yeah.
Now, the other two values, the NLF distance, nearest life form distance, and floor distance, those only activate when you ping on sonar. So if you press N now, it should ping on sonar, and it will update those values. There you go.
Ooh.
So if you're at any point blind, you can't really see where you're at. You ping on sonar, which is what a sub pilots actually do. You ping on sonar, and that gets you the position of the nearest light form to you and the floor distance from where you're at. Takes a moment to load, but once you load, you can see the depth is immense here, and you have registered the entry X and entry Z values instantly, right?
Floor distance?
If it says processing for NLF distance, that means there's no close life form, so you're safe.
Ooh.
And that's a little silicon. Now, if you press H, you turn on the vehicle headlights. And that will actually leave light behind you, so it allows you to have way better visibility. There's a Chronosaurus right there.
They should start chasing. Oh, wait, I'm in peaceful. Oh, yep.
Oh, yep, yep. So yeah, the Manta Ray submersible vehicle is actually really fast. It will be able to outrun them. If you ever run into trouble, you can just hit Y and it will give you a turbo boost instantly.
Whoa.
It lasts for a few moments, but yeah, you can actually burn those thrusters and just escape away from anything that chases you. It is somewhat fragile though, so it might die faster than the Abyss Glider 2, but it should be safe if you're fast enough, yeah?
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. So this is what it looks like.
It's kind of dark because the lights are turned off, but if you press H, it should light up. There you go. And there you get some distance. Now, here with this vehicle, you can actually transport live aquatic specimens. It has the same integrity because integrity is just a percentage, right? But it's actually way more resistant than the Manta Ray, but way slower too.
Oops.
There you go. In the middle. That's weird. Near the middle of the thing. Right about there. Try and replicate there. Nothing?
There we go.
Weird. There we go. Yeah. Okay. It's a bit, the head looks a bit weird. Yeah. So if you go into survival,
so that's the portal back to the main world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do I grab a creature?
Go into survival, and if you press Y when you're near a creature, so Y is basically a special vehicle ability. It changes depending on which vehicle you're driving, right? If you press Y when you're close to a creature, you'll actually deploy those claws and grab it.
Okay. Let's try Coelacanth.
As you can see, this vehicle is quite sluggish, right? So press Y when you're close to it, and it should grab it.
Yep, there we go.
There you go. You grabbed it. Yeah.
That's cool.
The creature that you grabbed, it won't attack you really. It won't deal damage. It is weakened severely because it's being grabbed by massive claws. But other creatures might attack you, and you're kind of slow in this vehicle. There you go. Poor Carnosaurus just got yeeted. So yeah, you can actually pull him up and go straight through to the overworld with your Carnosaurus friend. Be careful though, because it will attack you if you release it at any point. Oops, that's something I need to fix. That shouldn't have happened.
But now we have a Chronosaur.
In the overworld, yep.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can actually keep it in an aquarium or do whatever you want with it now.
You just have to transport it and try to find a way to get out of there safely.
And if you get some pillagers or belliers, whichever you're feeling like killing. Belliers, evil.
So then right click there.
Jump the boat and place two little belliers on top. Shift click. There you go. And now if you summon Megalodon, it will be really fast, so you have to be really fast to get ready. It ignored it. It went for something else. Just summon another one right next to them, and it should go for them. There we go. That's going for them.
Whoa.
There you go. So it reaches, grabs the boat, and instantly destroys them. Yeah.
That's cool.
So something else, the main reason why I decided to go for a release now as opposed to later on down the line with more creatures is because I want to really get the foundations right. This means I need more people to play the mod, say this now, test it in its alpha state, tell me what's wrong, what I need to fix, and once I get those foundations right, I can start building on top of that and adding more things. There are more creatures planned. Oops.
Keep going.
There are more creatures planned. The Basilosaurus, for instance, the anglerfish, and other cool stuff planned with genetics eventually. But before we go anywhere near that, I want to get the foundations just right. I want to get everything working in terms of foundations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys could play this mod out, test it out, see if there's anything you like, anything you don't like too, that's important too. Join the Discord, let me know. I'm on the Discord, looking at it constantly, basically. And yeah, and something else to add, development might not be as fast as other mods. This is not what I do full time, but bear with me, we'll get there eventually, we'll fix these things, and we'll have a great mod out.
So, alright guys, that's it for the mod review. I think it's pretty cool. And I'm not just saying that because I helped make it. Right now we are aware that there are a lot of things that could be fixed or could be better. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not. What's the word? Ignorant about it, I guess. Yeah, we're fully aware. You know.
Yeah.
But this is a fun mod. That Sniffity is working really hard on making. Really cool concept, basing it off of the Meg book series.
Mm-hmm.
I've only watched the movie. I haven't read the books because I don't read.
But read the books; they're really good. They're really good. If you guys get all the way to the fourth book, you'll actually see the Pamphilasa concept come up in the fourth book called Hell's Aquarium. It's a really good book series, and it's really what inspired this mod. Steve Fulton is a phenomenal author, really.
Yep. And I hope you guys also enjoy it. Let us know what else we could improve on the mod, because that is the reason he said he released it now, so we could give our feedback.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, have fun with the mod. It is in version 1.16.5. There of course will be links to the mod down below and a link to the Discord server, so you could see whenever something is announced, or you could suggest things that could be added to the mod, of course. And yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button, Subscribe if you're new. Give Sniffity some love. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
See ya, guys. Bye bye. See ya.
Bye.